Hey baby girl, how are you doing? It's Dada. Um, I miss you very much, and I'm wondering how you doing. I hear you got new teeth, and that's exciting. And you sleep with Aunt Caitlin's blanket. That's really cool. Um, let's see what's new. Nothing really. Still working hard. Missing you, missing your mom. Hope your grandma and grandpa are doing good, and your uncle's doing good in school. He should be getting out for break pretty soon, actually, if he's not home already. Let's see, I got a new book. Where is it?
Up top.
It's called How Mommy Met Daddy. It's pretty sweet little book. I think you'll enjoy it. And
Look at the back of it.
it's got a dog and a cat on the back of it.
On a cloud.
On a pink cloud. But, oh man, I hope you watch these videos, and it'll be cool to see when you're older and we save them and you look back. Well, I'll probably be like, wow, look how young I was. And even though I'm fat now, I'll be like, look how thin I was. I'll be big and like, ooh.
But you have to say that in my old man voice, though.
Look how you used to be.
Back when I was a kid,
Back when I
we
was
had
a
these things
boy.
called cars. They ran on petroleum.
And iPhone 4s.
Okay, anyway, ignore your hands. But let's go ahead and read the book. Real quick, your aunt, look at your aunt. She's dyed her hair blue. That's the blue stuff.
Please help.
If you ever dye your hair blue, I'll just talk to your mom about that.
Seriously, Zeb is like staring into my soul
Hold on.
right now.
This is pretty funny over here. The camera. Come on. Listen, kid. You mess with me every single day. And I've had about enough of it.
No.
No. You can't do that. Hey, you want to say anything to your niece while you're on camera?
Well, I've never seen you, but yeah, I don't know. I hope Ashley's doing well, though.
Okay. That's good. She's doing pretty good.
Good, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's read the book. Let me find this plug button. How Mommy Met Daddy.
Second title page.
Thank you, Genesis. A long, long time ago, before I was born, my parents were little, like me, but they were nothing at all alike. Mommy liked things that were colorful and messy. Daddy liked everything plain and neat. When Mommy got dressed in the morning, she'd yell, 3, 1, 2, and dive into the gigantic heap of clothes on her floor, crawling through it until enough things stuck. Daddy numbered the shelves in his bookcase from 1 to 10. Everything had its own shelf. His idea of an exciting afternoon was switching the stuffed cow on shelf 9 with his paper and pencils on shelf 4.
Wow, he lives a plain life.
When Mommy and Daddy were all grown up, they moved to the city, and they each opened a store. Daddy only sold things that were black and white, and his store was very tidy. People would come in and buy shoe polish or soap. It's a bit dreary in here, they thought, and they never went back. Daddy's store wasn't very busy. At her store, Mommy sold colorful clothes that she made herself. But her store was so messy that people thought it was a garbage heap, and they rarely even came in. You can see Mommy in the window of her shop.
It is kind of messy.
Okay. Winter was too dull for Mommy, and she would sit in the window and wait for spring to come with all its colors. Oh, it would be lovely to have someone who'd dance like mad with me and mess everything up, she thought. Summer was too bright and colorful for Daddy. He would jump from one shady spot to the next. Oh, it would be lovely to have someone who would stay inside with me, he thought.
Yeah, they're like two oppositely different people.
Oh. Mommy and Daddy were lonely. At night, they would both look up into the sky. Isn't there anyone out there who's just like me, they wondered. Then one day, Daddy was walking down the street, trying not to step on any cracks in the sidewalk. At the same time, Mommy, who was late as usual, was running along from the other direction, not watching where she was going. Then they both came to the corner and crash! They held their heads and saw each other for the first time. Daddy went a bit red, and Mommy went a bit white. Are you all right, Daddy asked. I'm fine, but I could really use a cup of coffee, Mommy cried. Crash. Okay, so they went for coffee. That's a pretty dress, Daddy said, once they were seated, which was funny because Mommy's colorful dress wasn't at all to his taste. And your white coat is very handsome, said Mommy, which was strange since it was perfectly ironed and spotless. Mommy felt like she had butterflies in her tummy, and Daddy's heart was beating so hard it almost shook the table. Must be the coffee, they thought. Daddy danced down the sidewalk the whole way home. That evening, instead of folding his pants and putting them on the chair as usual, he just threw them in a heap on the floor. That night he dreamt of a colorful dress. In the morning, he had no idea what he was supposed to do. Daddy had forgotten everything. There was only room in his head for bright clothes. What's the matter with me, he wondered. Mommy soon realized that there was something wrong with her, too. In the morning, she sewed hearts on all of her clothes. In the afternoon, she made heart-shaped shopping bags, and in the evening, she made a white coat. What's happening to me, she wondered, tidying up her shop for the first time ever. Mommy felt a little sick, and she couldn't eat. Daddy felt like there was a big hole in his stomach. I'm missing something, they both thought, but what or who could it be? The next day, Daddy buried his red face in his hands. I must be ill, he groaned, jumping out of bed and sliding down the banister. Then he skipped all the way to the doctor's office. And who was sitting in the waiting room when Daddy arrived? Mommy. She was quite pale. The doctor came in, and they both started talking at once. We've got a contagious disease, Daddy explained. Suddenly, I'm colorful and messy. And I'm turning black and white and tidy, said Mommy. We've both caught a dangerous, contagious virus. How long have you been feeling like this? Asked the doctor. Mommy looked at Daddy, and her pulse started to race. Since we crashed into each other, they answered together. Daddy looked at Mommy, and his heart started to pound. I see, said the doctor, who was watching them beam at each other. And has your condition changed in any way? I started feeling a lot better in the waiting room, mused Mommy. "And the hole in my stomach disappeared when I got here," said Daddy. "Well," cried the doctor, "I prescribed lots of time together and plenty of fresh air. You'll feel better in no time." So Mommy and Daddy decided to work together until they were feeling like themselves again. Mommy helped Daddy reorganize his store. She hung her clothes on the white walls, while Daddy put away the heart-shaped shopping bags. Daddy's face got red when his hand accidentally touched Mommy's, but he never felt better. When Daddy was next to Mommy, arranging tin cans, she felt silly, and things slipped right out of her hands, but she was in the very best of moods. At the grand opening of their new store, Daddy played the piano. Sometimes he played the white keys, sometimes the black keys, and sometimes he played with his feet. Mommy spent the whole time at the cash register because they had so many customers. By evening, they had sold everything in the store. They stood in the empty shop, waiting for the virus to finally disappear and everything to return to the way it used to be. But nothing happened. As they walked through the parking lot, Mommy felt so light. She thought she was floating. Then Daddy began floating too. "What's happening?" he cried. A pink cloud drifted towards them. "Of course," Mommy said, clapping her hands as she pulled Daddy onto the cloud. "I know what's wrong with us." And she gave him a big kiss. Now Daddy understood too. "We're in love."
There's a cat and a dog. Dun, dun, dun.
"What? But how did you know?" I asked them now. "Why did you fall in love?" Mommy and Daddy just smiled at each other. "One day I'll find someone to fall in love with, but we will be just alike. I'm sure of it." And there's the dog.
Yeah.
And I guess there's the pictures on
On
the wall.
Him red and her white.
Having the baby. The
Her
shop.
pregnant with a baby.
And the pink cloud.
Pink cloud.
Can't really see this camera.
Oh yeah, there's a pink cloud.
Anyway, I think that is the end.
Caitlin.
Whoa. Well, that's the book. Hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. I thought it was pretty sweet. Got some presents to show you now. We got you some candles. They're pretty cute. These little, let me adjust the settings on my computer. Okay. Yeah. Oh, see. Yeah. It's a little bear reading a book. It's a candle. I got you one that's in the shape of a rocking horse. And eventually you'll have your own rocking horse. I've actually started working on something for your first birthday, but it's a surprise, but you're going to really like it. You're going to use it for a really long time. But I'm not going to spoil the surprise. It's still got 4 months to get it ready, but it's going to be great. Also, I got you this. The channel is called Flowers for Eden. I got this little flower. I put it on my guitar. This is Daddy's guitar. I just got it. Now, thank you. Now I can sing for you. Anyway, silly flower. But yeah, that's it. So there'll be more songs now. So the songs as well as the videos will be little flowers for your garden. That is this YouTube channel. Here comes your aunt hiding. She's got dye in her hair.
Yes, going brown.
Hansel. Good night, baby girl. I've been trying to do it right. I've been living right. I've been sleeping inside. I've been sleeping in my bed. Sleeping in my bed. So show me